So I wasn't sure if I was going to be raising my book prices, but it looks like Amazon has made that choice for me. So when I logged into my Amazon KDP dashboard, it said that there is going to be some changes, which I'm sure you may have heard, but it says starting June 10th, 2025, we are changing the royalty rate for books priced below certain list prices. For example, less than $9.99. Well, most of my books are less than $9.99. And so that royalty is going to go from 60 to 50%. And some of my books I think I have like at like $5.99 or something. But those are like notebooks and stuff. But either way, the royalty for the books are going to go down significantly. And so it's really kind of funny. Excuse me. It's really funny because I was literally just like the other day going through all of my books and I was starting to increase the price. And I felt really nervous about doing it. I was like, oh my gosh, am I making the right choice? Should I really be doing this right now? Because they sell at $7.99, but are they going to sell at $9.99? And I was just like, am I doing the right thing? And I had done it for a couple books, and then I hadn't logged in for a couple days. And then when I logged in, I saw this new notification, and I was just like, what? Am I really going to be like, is this really going to be happening? And so it looks like now I have no choice but to raise my prices from $7.99 to $9.99. And at least on Amazon. Well, either way, like when I use other publishing platforms, I have to do different pricing anyway. But this is definitely making me reconsider going back to having my own Shopify store, which I really was not doing. I really wasn't doing my Shopify store. I did put one book on there, and I don't know. And I'm wondering if I should do that. You know, what I was really struggling with the whole Shopify store was that I wanted to add like digital products to my shop, but I was struggling with doing that because you have to find some sort of app. I don't really know. I really didn't want to have to build another website. I've built websites before, and I was just trying to find an easy way to do something and just focus on other aspects of my business. And I think what I'm really going to have to do is just have my own shop. And because I posted to Facebook in some groups, in a homeschool group, and I gained 4 subscribers because of what I posted. And I was just like, which I could talk about in another video. I'm not going to talk about that right now. But I think I really do need to focus on my reading, my books, like selling my books, like it just advertising them, getting out there, talking about them more, because I don't talk about them. And all I've been doing is just relying on Amazon to, sell my books for me, which is not exactly consistent. And I would really like to make consistent money. My goal is $21,000 a month. I know that sounds crazy bananas to some people, but that is my goal. And I'm telling it to you right now, sharing it with you. And I'm hoping you're going to keep me accountable. And just by saying it out loud, like it's going to happen. Like I'm going to be more accountable for this and really advertise my books. Because boy, oh boy, selling it for, $9.99, I just have a hard time with like a skinny paperback book. But I mean, really and truly, it's not, I don't know. I feel like just because I see similar books in my genre, like from Scholastic and other things. Am I even allowed to say that on here? I don't even know. I hope I don't get in trouble. But from other book companies, the big book companies, like they sell theirs for like $4.99 and $5.99 and things like that. And I'm like, I have to sell mine for $7.99 simply because I wouldn't get like hardly a thing. And now I have to sell it for $9.99. And I'm like, now a hardcover book, absolutely. I can see myself charging more because it's a hardback. The quality is like, it's tougher. It can stand the test of time. A paperback book, man, you're going to have to like, really just, I don't know. I struggle with that. But if I sell it on my own website, I can price it a little bit different. And I don't know. I think maybe that might be my best bet I just didn't want to have a second website because I have one website for mommyscribbles.com and then I have another one, mommyscribbles.store, and that's where like all the store stuff is. The other one holds my courses and stuff. So I'm just kind of like, Amazon is literally forcing me to make this decision. I'm still going to have my books on Amazon, and that's great. But like, I feel like I'm having to like branch now. Like, the decision is being made for me to branch off because now I have to price my books higher, which I guess with inflation and everything, that's normal. Everything has to go up, and I haven't raised my prices in like ever. Like since I've been publishing for the past 5 years, I haven't raised my prices, but everything else has been increasing. And so I guess that's what I'm just going to have to do because I'm not going to print my books like super much. Like, what's the word? I'm not going to buy a bulk supply of my books just so that I can sell them for cheaper. And most people want more than $1 anyway for their books. And I'm not necessarily in it for the profit because I love what I do, but maybe I'm also undervaluing myself. And another thing that I, have to consider, maybe the reason why they're doing this. I mean, we don't really have to know all the reasons. We really don't. But something that, I was thinking about was maybe it is because of AI. I've heard other people talk about that. Like maybe it's because, Amazon's like kind of sick of all of the junk that's being put out there and they want quality stuff. And if people are just printing lined notebooks and which are helpful. I love lined notebooks, but it seems like Amazon wants more quality books. And that's great because what I produce, I try to produce quality books. I don't want junk books on there anyway, but some of the books, it's not that great. And I'm not saying my books are like, I don't know. I try to do my best, but I'm not saying they're like, not everybody's going to like your book, right? You can't please everybody. But I think this is just something that, I hear a lot of people are not happy about this. I'm kind of like, I just kind of have to adjust to the changes. And a lot of people are not wanting to change. They're not wanting to, I've heard people like get really angry about this. They're like, well, what am I supposed to do? Is it really necessary to get angry? I think the best thing to do is just adapt to the change. When change comes, because change is difficult. Not everybody likes change. Some people adapt very easily to change and they're like, oh, okay, well, it's just something new that has to happen. And, we adjust, we adapt, and that's fine. But I don't know. How do you feel about this? Do you publish your books on Amazon? How do you feel? I don't know. Would it prevent you from publishing books? I don't think it should. I think that it also, this is an opportunity to expand our horizons and look at other avenues of getting our books out to people. And I've already started doing that. Like last year, I started, using different avenues. And I can talk about that in another video, like what kind of things. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. And if you want a guide on how to do this, to publish your first book, I have a checklist, a free checklist you can download, and you can launch your author business with a mini book. Because honestly, a mini book is the best way to go, and you can still charge $9.99 for it. If you're publishing on Amazon, you can still charge. But when I say mini book, it's not like a novel. That's what I mean by mini book. So anyway, those things, those resources will be down in the description box. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will do my best to, help you. Okay? I hope you guys have a great day. Until next time, keep scribbling. It's still recording. It's still recording. I pushed stop. Oh, it's still recording. Oh my goodness.